place a little bit the other day. I'm gonna go over it a little bit again. This is the place bed that I use. You guys can use, I use those over there. Those are personal beds that I use. So it can be whatever you want it to be. So get her home, put her leash on her. You're free, girl. And just put her on it a couple of times and give her a treat so that she can associate that bed with place. I'm sure it knows a command, so it'll be really easy to make that transfer. Good girl. Yeah, that's good. Okay, you're free. Good. Come here. Please. She's not at a point where you can like be over there and tell her place and she'll go over here. So you still kind of have to walk her over to place. But for the most part, she does pretty good about staying. Thank you. So when they're on place, I don't make them sit. I don't make them lay down or anything like that. She can stand, she can do backflips. As long as she is quiet and all four are on the place bed, it does not matter. But I do reward extra when she's laying down or sitting because she's nice and relaxed. And that is one of the good things about the place bed is it's a good reset. So if she's at home and she's just being crazy, you know, you can put her on place, let her settle down for a minute, and then release her. Same if you have company. You've got company coming over and she's just jumping all over everybody. Let's put her on place for a little bit.
Yeah, once my daughter comes, it's like...
Yes, and I think that would be a great opportunity. Is, you know, one person is at the door, one person answers the door, one person have her on place. No, ma'am? Nope. Nope. Thank you. And then just have her on place, and then, you know, whoever can come greet her while she's on place, while she's nice and calm, and then you can free her. Off. Off. Good girl. Good girl. So if you don't want to do the place thing whenever people come in, until she's, you know, for the most part, her jumping has gotten better, I think. But some things that you guys can do to kind of work on it as far as like people coming in is, you know, put that leash on her, and then I guess warn whoever's coming over to say, hey, you know, don't give her any attention until she settles down. So come here. So I would just have her, you know, hang out next to you, and then, you know, if you approach, I'm just gonna have a good hold on her so if she tries to jump, I can correct it until she settles down, and as soon as she settles down, then they can approach and say hi to her. She wants that attention, and, you know, telling her, hey, no, get off, get down. To you, that's negative, and you know that's negative, but to her, it's just attention. Your mom and dad are talking to me, and that's all she needs to know. So a lot of times, just not giving her the attention that she wants is the best way. So like, come here, Daisy. Come here. She's not gonna do it to me because she knows better, but when she's jumping on you, just don't look at her. Look up, you know, turn around, go across your fingers, don't touch her or anything like that, and then, you know, she'll figure out, or she figures out really quickly, oh, well, they're ignoring me. So she'll back up, and she's really good about correcting herself and sitting, and that's the goal. So if she sits in front of you, really, really reward that. Extra pets, extra treats, toy, whatever, big rewards on that, because that's the goal. It's every person she meets, she wants to sit in front of them. Does that make sense? So just, she does not get any attention until she's doing what she's supposed to. Yeah, because you're a good girl. She's like, whatever. Trying to think of. So another thing that you guys might continue working on, she does pretty good about it, is we're working on door boundaries. I know that was one of the concerns you guys had, was her just bolting out the door. So so we've started working on that. She does fairly good. So what I do, girl, take her to the door. Again, we're gonna have a leash on just in case. I'm just gonna step on it. I'm not gonna put her in a command or anything like that, because in a situation where you have your hands full, you're opening the door, you're not gonna have time for a command before she's running out the door. So we're just gonna put that leash on her, and we're gonna let her self-correct. Well, that's good, girl. That's good. Good girl. She doesn't even care about the door. But that's a good way to do it. Just have one person, like, if, you know, he wants to have, you know, have it either hold the leash or step on the leash, you can go outside, and then she can just self-correct, and then once she's calm, and again, she doesn't necessarily have to sit, but as long as she's calm and she's not trying to barge, then you can give her the reward and free her and let her go outside.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah. So I don't teach the word stay or wait or anything like that. When she's in command, she is expected to stay there until you release her. Her release is free. So if we, Daisy, sit. No, ma'am.
Sarah, we're bringing a doctor. Oh, never mind. Salem, we're bringing a doctor outside.
Okay, okay, thank you. No. All right, hold on. Let's just try to do that. Come here. I know you're more focused on mom and dad right now. Come on. Here, maybe we'll see if you can get her to sit. A lot of times,
Daisy, sit, sit.
Good. So back away. Good girl. Whenever you're ready, you can say free. 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 I already got in trouble. You're free. Girl. So just whenever you're ready. The way I teach free, and she may have to do it with you since you've never done it before. I just take a couple of her treats, shove them in my pocket, and then whenever I'm ready to free her, I just throw it, and she'll go after it. So if she, for whatever reason, isn't listening to the free, which doesn't necessarily matter, because she's free, she can do whatever she wants. So if she doesn't want to get up or sit, it doesn't matter. But if you want her to, then just throw that treat and she'll get out of it. So something else is working on the markers. So when she does something she's supposed to, you want to make sure that you're telling her that she's doing good. So if she sits, yes ma'am, good job. She knows those markers. Mm-hmm. And it also works for no. She knows what no means. So if she's not doing it, say, make sure you mark it with a no before you repeat the command. Because then the command becomes sit, 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 or place, 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 rather than sit or place. So we want to make sure we're hitting those markers. It also helps so if, she'll pretty much do anything for a treat, but she has to know that, when there's not a treat involved, she still has to listen, right? So those markers are going to be important for that. So if you're out at Petco and you run out of treats, she still has to listen. Mm-hmm. So those markers are going to be important for that. So the second her butt hits the ground, yes ma'am, good job. The second, she breaks that command before you've said anything, no ma'am. And she's really good about correcting. She'll take a step and you say, no ma'am, and she's like, oh, my bad. And she'll back into it, which is really good. She gets her feelings hurt really easily. So it makes it easy to correct her. I think I had to physically correct her, and that just means a little bit of leash pressure, maybe 3 times, because she got her feelings hurt. So I didn't have to do it a whole lot. So that's good. I have a couple of recommendations just to kind of keep up with the training, and also it helps wear them out. So you just, basically what we're doing right here, put her in a sit over here, free her, put her in a place over here, free her, and just kind of do that 5 minutes a day, and she will be wore out. She will sleep better at night. Mental stimulation works better and faster than physical. So if you run with her for 2 miles, she's going to be more tired if you just work with her for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. It also keeps up with that training. So if a year down the line you say, let's get more training, whether you go here or somewhere else, you're not going to start over. You'll be able to move up to the next level rather than starting over.
Okay.
Do you guys have any questions or anything maybe I forgot to cover?
I don't think so.
Well, if there's any, if a week or 2 down the road she's just not focusing on a certain thing, or you want help with another thing, I always offer 3 free private lessons afterwards. That could be here, that could be at your house, that could be at the park, whatever you guys want to do. I'll come out and we'll. It's basically this, but it'll be more focused on whatever you're wanting to work on. Okay. So yeah, definitely utilize those if you can.